Battle Royale in MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty has been one of the longest standing modes in the game. It's been in the game for forever, really, ever since Diamond Dynasty began. And it's truly a unique experience because you draft a team, you play 3 inning games, and if you go 12-0 or now 10-0 for the last 2 years, you get a flawless reward and you get a lot of stubs, or you're supposed to. We just recently got an interesting change to Battle Royale's reward system a couple weeks ago, and it sparked a lot of conversation on the future of the mode. And that's what we're going to be discussing in this video, so let's get into it. So those of you who didn't know, when the current ranked program or multiplayer program was released a couple weeks ago, they did not add new flawless rewards. They only gave us a chase pack for going 10-0 flawless. And it's pretty interesting because does that signal that BR is gone? Does that signal that the rewards weren't good enough? It just sparks a lot of conversation, which we're going to break down right now. So first, let me give you guys a little backstory on BR and the history of the mode. So basically, before we had the BR program, which started in MLB The Show 21, was the first year of the Battle Royale program. That was the first year of any multiplayer program. So from MLB The Show 15 to MLB The Show 20, the only way that you could get ranked rewards, BR rewards, or event rewards was on the market if you didn't get them by actually playing the game. So a lot of these BR flawless rewards were insanely expensive. Super expensive, and they were very good cards that were super difficult to get, as they should have been, because going flawless in Battle Royale is the hardest thing to do in MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty. 100%. It's definitely harder than making World Series, and I'm a guy who's made World Series every season this year. I practically make World Series every season I want to, but I'm not here to flex. I'm here to just discuss the mode of BR. I've been playing MLB The Show since 15. I still have never got flawless. Now, I've kind of been a little unlucky, and I haven't really played that much BR overall as a whole. And if I played a lot more, I probably would. But BR is just a different beast, and a lot of it comes down to luck. And, some people might think I'm just saying that because I've never gone flawless, but it's true. When you're playing 3-inning games on All-Star, a lot of fluke stuff happens in these games that can all of a sudden just end your run of being 7-0 or 8-0 before you get that flawless pack. I've had 3 games overall with a chance to go flawless. Like I was either 11-0 or 9-0, and I lost all of them, of course. But yeah, there is a lot of luck in BR, and any good player will admit that. So yeah, from 15 to 20, you had to go flawless to actually get the cards, or you had to spend a fortune to get the cards. Most of the time, these cards were some of the best cards in the game. And that's how BR has always, that's how SDS has always wanted BR to be. Exclusive rewards for some of the top players in the game. A very good way to make stubs if you're really good. And if you aren't good enough to get them, then you can still, put down a lot of stubs for these cards. Moving on to MLB 21, that was the first year we had the BR program, and that was probably the only year that it was run well, I would say. It was, so basically how the BR program worked in 21 was there was a pretty long grind. It was not easy. It took a long time, like at least 10 hours to get the BR program done. And how it worked is they had a bunch of henchmen. It's kind of like the XP reward path, but for Battle Royale. So they had henchman packs of silver cards and gold cards, and they also had low diamond cards, and these cards were specifically meant to be good for Battle Royale. And they were. I mean, you had guys like that silver Chris Sale that is just a true BR card. And these guys were all filler cards for the Legends and Flashbacks collections. If you already had those done, you would make a fortune off those guys because they'd be silver cards worth around like 4,000 subs a pop, and you get all of them. You'd make your way across the program. They had an exclusive player. They had like a henchman like they do in the program who was also sellable. I remember that second half, or Hey Soler was the first henchman from MLB 21 in the BR programs. He was a beast of a card. You could only get him on the market or in the BR program. And then the final reward was a flawless pack of the current BR flawless cards, and it was sellable. Now, the reason why MLB 21's BR program was so successful was because it was so difficult. It was a super long grind. So even if you weren't good enough to play BR, if you put in the work of minimum 10 hours, I would say, to get to the end of the BR program, you would get a really good card that you could either keep or you could sell. And these guys, I'm telling you, you would get almost 1 million stubs by doing the whole program and selling everyone. After MLB 21, it just wasn't ever the same. They ended up making the cards non-sellable, and the cards weren't as good. I mean, basically what ended up happening in the BR programs, 22, it was the same exact format. It was a little easier, but the flawless reward was no sell. And, you know, I was not really a fan of it because I never go flawless, but looking back on it, I don't think it was the wrong decision. I just think it came down more to these cards not being good. I can't name you one BR flawless reward that just stood out as like an insane endgame card from 23, 22, 24, or 25. And that's where the main problem comes with BR now, is the rewards are just not good enough for the incentive to play the mode. It is so difficult to get the rewards. The only way people are going to want to play BR is if the rewards are just so unbelievably good that you need them for your team, or that they'll give you a crap ton of stubs. And so that's where I think BR's fall off has begun, was 22, when the final reward wasn't sellable and it wasn't good. People just didn't want to play it because it wasn't worth it. So yeah, and then in MLB 24, they lowered the flawless to 10-0 to try to get people to play the mode more and to make it more accessible. Didn't really do much in my complete opinion. But 24 had its own issues. No one wanted to play any of it because it would just go away in 4 weeks. But yeah, I have my own complaints with MLB 24. That's the worst. I think it's worse than 18, but that's not the topic of this video. So this year, basically what they've been doing is they've been having flawless rewards, and then in the multiplayer program following that, you can get the previous flawless rewards and sell them, which I don't necessarily think is any better. I don't think it's any worse either. But what it's done is it has literally made every single flawless reward dirt cheap. Like if we go into the BR pack, ignore Joe Morgan and Joe Nathan. All these other guys, like, they become dirt cheap once they enter that rewind pack because everybody is completing these programs super easily, which is one of the big issues. It's like people are only going to play BR if the rewards are really good for your team or they make you a lot of stubs. And none of these guys make you a lot of stubs unless you actually go 12-0 and you get the card that's not in the rewind pack. But even with that, it's not that expensive. I mean, the highest these BR cards have been like 100K, which is a substantial amount of stubs, but nowhere near what it used to be. And like, look, these BR cards, the BR rewards from this year, I truly think the only card that I've ever seen used in a ranked season was the Luis Rengifo. This is literally the only BR flawless card from this year that I've actually seen in ranked. I have never seen Rice, Helsley, Larkin, Seaver, Nathan, Morgan. I've never seen these other cards. Dawson, Heim, Pettit, Rollins, Berkman. Or I saw Berkman a solid amount. But Gossage, like literally Berkman and Rengifo were the only BR flawless cards that people used. And I think that is one of the biggest reasons why they're not even doing any new rewards. They're just ensuring you a ton of stubs by getting a chase card, is because nobody wants to play BR and get a crappy reward that isn't that many stubs. Do I think BR is going to get removed for MLB The Show 26? Yeah, I think it will. I personally don't want it to get removed. I just think that it needs to be fixed. You know, like if they go back to how it was in MLB The Show 21, where they actually make the cards good and they make the BR programs super hard to do, and they split up the multiplayer program. This is one of my biggest critiques of the game. I hate that it's all in one program. It's made no one play events or BR, or people still don't really play BR that much, but it's made less and less people play BR. I've never touched events. I used to play events all the time for free stubs and to grind PXP. I never play it anymore. But if they were to break out the multiplayer program back to individual programs, I would probably want BR to stay, and I would want them to actually fix the mode. And another thing too is the 10 win reward has never been worth anything, because yeah, you might get a 90 plus, you might get Shohei, you might get Judge, but 80% of the time you're going to get a live series card that's worth 10k. And it's like, why did I just play this for 4 hours to go 10-1 to get no stubs? So yeah, I think BR is going to get removed just based off of them not even adding more players to it for the rest of the year and it just being a chase pack. I don't want it to go. I think it's a classic game mode that is really annoying, but also classic. They just need to figure it. They just need to figure it the hell out. In all honesty, if they can make some changes to the mode that I've mentioned in this video, then it can be saved. But ultimately, I do think more multiplayer modes are necessary. This was one of my biggest critiques of 24, and it was something that they did address. They added Weekend Classic, but that only happens once a month. So I think we're due for like a themed ranked seasons or an overhaul to BR and events, or we might get another short form multiplayer mode of 3 inning games. I don't know. So yeah, I want you guys to leave your thoughts in the comments below. This is just a video that I, have been contemplating doing. If you guys like these discussion type videos, let me know, because I have other topics that I could, discuss about MLB The Show, especially this year. So leave those in the comments. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on BR. Do you play it? Do you like it? Do you think it's pointless? Do you think it's going to go away? Let me know. But yeah, that's going to be for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most important, that you make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube. See you guys in the next one. Peace.